Generations of families have played this wonderful game of baseball. However, it's done different on the west side of Cincinnati. We are lucky enough to find ourselves here in the beautiful Jack Adams Stadium for some classic GCL action. The West Side history books are filled with 102 years of high school baseball, and we are looking to add to them today with the classic matchup of the Elder Panthers and the Moeller Crusaders. Elder baseball is a tradition unlike any other. It doesn't get much better than this, and potentially the Masters themselves. Hello friends, welcome to the Elder News Network. I'm Eric Mason alongside my partner for today's matchup, Troy Parker. So Troy, what do we expect out of this game today? McComas delivers, curveball, clips the outside corner, throw down to second, he got him! Shakes off once, McComas, 2-2 windup, Ponitowski lines that one out to left field, Massa running, not gonna cover it, takes a bad hop, gets past Massa. Ponitowski immediately goes to second base, gonna halt there. Detrimental play off of the caught stealing. Now, Ponitowski wind up, delivers. Rosenacker sends it up the middle. Pumping his fist, he's gonna halt over at first base. Ponitowski leg lift, swing and a miss. Rosenacker going down to second base. He is safe at second base. Delivery. Allen watches it go by, but umpire pumps his fist for strike three. The 1-2 pitch. Glosser rolls over to Andriacco. Andriacco fires over to first base. Gets the greater scoop by Jared Lammers for the second out. 2-2. The slide step delivery. Got him swinging! Big strikeout for Caleb McComas, and he sends the Crusaders back out onto the field. Still goose eggs across the board. Full count, 3-2. Sends that one high, deep, left field. Will it clear it? And it does. Connor Kuzo will jog 360 after watching that one fly 400 onto the hill. Kuzo at the dish. Rell fires. Got him swinging right through that one, supplies the breeze. And Kuzo will sit down after the K for Rell. Machino steps in once more. Wollenweber. Long look. Machino shows bunt. Bunts it right back up the middle. Wollenweber fires over to Rosenacker. Rosenacker over to Schroeder. He got him for the double play. 1-1. No outs. Man at first. Deals. Smith shows bunt. Bunts it perfectly down the third base line. Maupin holds it up. 2 men on. 1 in scoring position. And here comes the senior, Mason Chumley. This is a moment as a senior to show your poise and your leadership in the dugout.
It's the danger of bunting that if you foul it, now you're in an 0-2 count.
Mayberry, leg kick, 0-2. Paints the outside corner. The artist gets his strikeout once more. Fans on the edge of their seats. Radar guns up. 1-2. Fires, swings through it for the strikeout. Panthers down to their last out as number 6, the junior, Ryan Smith, the big lefty, will step up for one more shot. Sticks steps in once more. Misses high upstairs. Bases loaded for the Panthers as number 13, the senior Roger Waddell, will step up to the plate. Past 3 games, 143 average, 0 for 2 on the day.
If you're Whopper right now, you got to be saying to yourself, why not now? Why is now not the time that you can turn this hitting way around and win this game, or at least tie it for your team?
He's playing college baseball next year, and this at-bat may earn his commitment. Seth Mayberry on the rubber. Roger Waddell at the dish. Umpire will clean off the plate for the potential last at-bat of this one. 2 outs now, need a base hit. Mayberry from the windup. Umpire calls time.
That was late. Very late time call.
The 0-0. 2 outs. Wideout lines it. Will it drop? It does! Lambert scores! Smith around third, going home, late throw, walk off! Panthers win! 1-0! Finally, the senior steps up! Pandemonium in Price Hill!
Go for it. Everybody, we just witnessed history. Walk off against the number 2 in Ohio, Moeller Crusaders, and this is the man who did it. Roger, what's going through your head?
I haven't thought much. Honestly, I think I blacked out rounded first. Team win today.
Going into that at-bat, in the last 3 games, you're batting 143, 0 for 2 on the day. What was your thoughts when you were approaching the plate?
I mean, that's baseball, man.
Let's
Honestly,
go! Let's go, baby! Let's go! Hey, this is my man. This is my man right there. What does this mean to you? You're a kid dreaming to be an Elder Panther.
Yeah, keeping myself centered in the moment.
Welcome to the Elder Memorial Fieldhouse, hosting a sold-out crowd to witness the battle of the historic GCL rivalry of the Elder Panthers and the St. Xavier Bombers. Basketball in the Greater Catholic League has been dormant for quite some time, but it's finally back on this beautiful starry night in Price Hill, Cincinnati. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Elder News Network. I'm Eric Mays alongside my partner for tonight's game, George Whitmer. So, George, what should we expect out of St. X today? Bearswit floats it up for Veith. Veith uses his total of 6 feet 7 inches, puts it in, and forces a timeout by Coach Schoenfeld. He's in trouble, gives over to Estep. Estep lets it fly from the wing, and he lands the plane. Moore tries to drive in through contact, gets blocked. Graham drives in, gives over to Source, East Coast to West Coast, won't go though. Now finds McGeady in the corner, and precipitation was expected, and McGeady makes it happen. It's raining threes here in the Fieldhouse. Massa drives down, underhand layup again, and he finishes it through adversity. Now Kinney in the corner. Get some water because this place is on fire. George Kinney for 3.
Completion rate.
Source steals it, mishandles, won't get the layup. Instead, he gives off to McGeady. McGeady spin move and gets called for the charge as Sullivan is sent to the ground.
Ladies and gentlemen, from a quick outing to going the distance, Caleb McComas gave up 3 runs in the first with a bomb by Jack Ryan. Went the distance, zeros across the board until the 7th. Caleb, what was your thoughts going through that first inning? Now going into that 7th inning, you were throwing perfect except for that first. You're throwing perfect through 5 innings. You find yourself walking out to the mound in the 7th. What was going through your head when you were picking up that baseball on the mound?
Stalzer, some action in the paint, blocked by Estep. Step in the corner, Estep drives down. Open, Moore at the wing. Moore takes flight at the wing.
Great
for
rotation
3.
action from the.
Stalzer driving down, gives it off to Linder. Linder loses it, stolen by Massa. Massa driving himself East Coast to West Coast, and he comes back with 2. 2:45 remains. Massa tries to get some going. He lays one up. Graham gives it off to Dieter. Dieter has the game in his hands, throws it up, won't go. Rebounds tipped away multiple times, goes out of bounds before the clock runs out. It's going to be Elder ball.
Thanks, guys. Opening day wasn't the only thing going on last night. All 3 levels of baseball had scrimmages against Loveland, and we continued our action against the Tigers with both levels of lacrosse. Varsity fell while JV won. Tonight is a new beginning. Both levels of tennis will take on Little Miami to kick off their season, and we will finally have our first GCL action of the spring. The GCL trifecta of all 3 levels of volleyball head on the road to take on St. Xavier. Varsity will begin at 7. Varsity tennis will serve our way into tomorrow morning, competing against the Yellow Jackets of Taylor. Then all 3 levels of baseball will lead off our afternoon with their season openers against Centerville. JV lacrosse will take on Harrison, and varsity tennis will wrap up our weekend playing Bourbon County tomorrow at 2. That's all for me in this weekend sports, but hold on because we have a quick promo for the Movie Club. Take it away.
Now finds Cluxton, top of the key. Put some more cheddar on that 3-way. Man, another drop in the bucket for Cluxton. 2.6 seconds remain. It's just going to be a desperation shot out of the Cowboys. Now to Maupin. Maupin, right hand.
Wow!
The bank is open with the three-point deposit by Cameron Maupin to send us into the second half with the Elder Panthers leading over the Wyoming Cowboys 41-28. Almost blocked by Kirsch. Short. Rebound by Cluxton. Now Kelsey driving all the way down the hill. Can't finish. But talk about Blevins right there behind him. My man. Swings it over to Trainer. Trainer drives in using his size. Instead kicks it out to the corner where Blevins is green all day. Yep, you can put the book on the shelf because this story is over. Final score 73-43. Panthers defeat the Wyoming Cowboys here on this Tuesday evening.
Yeah, so looking back in your childhood, as a kid, you and your brother would play make-believe in the backyard as any kid would, but you guys didn't pretend to be famous athletes or movie stars. You guys pretend to be referees. Was that because of the influence your dad had on you?
Yeah, there.
Reffing with your brother, when Mike Prayer phoned you, told you were going to be an NFL ref, and not only that, but your brother was going to be your back judge first time in the NFL.
Yeah.
What was your first thoughts going through your head when he told you that?
Pure elation.
You're kind of known as one of the more famous referees and officials. That's because you make some of the most famous calls, including the folded piece of paper call for the fourth down in 2017. And that's kind of the famous one everybody around campus knows about. Can you take us through that moment in that call?
If you can.
So, you get a lot of criticism and stuff like that, and reffing a game can be hard. But, as we're high schoolers, we're told, find something that you love. What makes you love reffing a game?
Ruth, QB sneak up the middle. He breaks free. Nothing but end zone and open grass in front of him. Nobody's going to chase him down, and Drew Ruth is going to score. Yeah. Threat shotgun snap. Steps back. Deep pass up the middle. It's going to be picked off yet again by Braden Ackerman. Ackerman's still up and running, and he's going to be brought down at the 39-yard line. Yet again, another Panther pick. Ruth steps back. A lot of pressure. He's scrambling now. Runs out of the pocket, down the sideline, throws it off, and it's going to be caught by Beer. Off of a Panther deflection, he's going to bring it hold. Short by inches. They're going to try to get it here. Mulvaney in the backfield. Ruth hands it off. Mulvaney, open lane, and he pushes across the goal line for a Panther touchdown.
I'm here with Coach Honecker. I'm Eric Mason here at HP Lanes. Bowling State Championships. The Panthers are finally back in the Bowling State Championship. Coach, what are the emotions right now? What will a state championship mean for this team and mean for this school?
Tonight's action will continue under a roof where all levels of volleyball will be taking on St. Xavier here in the volleyball gym. Just think, you can go to the baseball game and then head directly to the volleyball game and make it right at the 7 o'clock start time. Look at that. Perfect Friday night mapped out just for you. Or you could head to the lacrosse game at 7 where varsity takes on Bishop Chatard at home. Varsity track and field will compete in the South Dearborn Invitational. Baseball will lead us off once more with both freshmen and varsity playing at noon. Varsity will head to Indiana to take on Columbus North, while freshmen will be at the Pack for a doubleheader against Louisville St. X.
The sun rose, and 5 hours later, we find ourselves here in the beautiful Florence Yall Stadium in the bluegrass state of Kentucky. However, there is no blue to be seen because we got the purple against the red. It's the Elder Panthers against the Beechwood Tigers. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Elder News Network. I'm Eric Mason alongside my partner for today's game, Brett McQuillan. So, Brett, what should we expect out of these two teams today? Becker right back at Wollenweber, and he will take a seat after the stellar play. Chopper off the glove of Aerosmith, instead goes to Becker, steps on second, fires to first, and he got him for the double play.
I think
Edwards watches that one get painted. Picasso, Dylan Wollenweber, as he gets another strikeout to close out this second inning. 3-1 delivery. Wollenweber, high fly. Carousel might track that down, and he doesn't. One hops the wall. Wollenweber will stop at second for the stand-up double, and he will be celebrating after that one. Chumley swings and hits one to Becker. Becker backhand gets the force out of third to send us into the bottom of the fifth. The damage is done as the Panthers double their score with 4 runs